long-term, great, passionate, healthy marriage or relationship with a significant other without this one element that we're going to talk about today, and that is respect. In many ways, respect is more important in a healthy relationship. That a woman respects her husband, that a woman respects her man is more important than love. I know, sounds crazy, but stay with me because this is going to be a critical conversation that for those of you that are in a marriage that is not on fire, it is not healthy, it may be on fire, but it's burning down. If it is, your marriage is not healthy, if your relationship is on the rocks, if your relationship is struggling right now, probably the number one missing ingredient is your wife does not have tremendous deep respect for you. And if you have been through a divorce, you're going through a divorce and you're thinking about the future queen and you're thinking about, I want to get back into the dating game and I want to find and win the woman of my dreams, you are not ready to start dating again until you have this, until you have mastered the ability to command respect. And I'm going to talk to you in this video exactly about how do you become a man who can command respect. So I'm going to share the three pieces. Number one, your own respect. And I want you to stop right now as I'm talking here, and I want you just to think about, do you have tremendous respect for yourself? When you look in the mirror, do you look in the mirror and go like, you are a great man? Do you respect your own integrity? Do you respect your own discipline? Do you respect your work ethic? Do you respect your strength and your confidence and your ability to succeed? Or have you had the crap so beat out of you by life and by circumstances and so forth that you find yourself not believing in yourself and wallowing in self-doubt and insecurity? Because if you're like most men, including myself, for most of my life, I was buried in insecurity and self-doubt and not a true powerful sense of self-worth, which means you can't have a true, powerful sense of self-respect. So the first person that must respect you is you. You must become the man that you respect. Number two is you want respect of your spouse, of your family, of the people that are close to you, your friends. And if you're going to be successful in business, you want the respect of the people in the business world that you engage with. Your team, your company, your boss, your employees, your clients, your customers. You want to be a man who other people respect, especially who other men respect. Why? Because it is a reflection of who you are and how you show up in the world. And I just want you to think about it for a minute. There are people that you know. There are men that you know, and this is not exclusive to men. You can respect women too. This is not a gender conversation, except that my conversation is to you as men, is that if you want love, if you want a great, passionate, healthy relationship and a healthy marriage, respect is foundational to your ability to build and sustain a great and long-lasting, lifelong relationship. Now, there's a book that I read last year called Love and Respect by Dr. Emerson Eggerichs, where he basically takes it from a Christian perspective and what he calls a biblical approach to the idea of love and respect. Because Scripture says that men are to love their wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. That men basically are to love their wives unconditionally, which means it doesn't matter how she's acting or anything. When she's not being super nice and you don't like her right now, you're still supposed to love her, right? You're supposed to love your wife no matter what. And Scripture says that wives must also respect their husband. Now, all that's beautiful. I agree with all of that. Obviously, it's truth. It's in Scripture. But in the book, one of the things that bothers me is he talks about that men are supposed to give love to their wives, whether they deserve it in that moment or not. And he says it's really the same way with respect, that a wife has to respect her husband, whether he's really acting respectable or not. Why? Because he is your husband, because you are committed to him and because you made a vow to him. And so you're supposed to respect him, even if he's not being respectable, even if you don't trust him or whatever. And while I see the principle of that, my problem is that's just not the way it works. That respect is not automatic. In a long-term relationship, in a real relationship, respect's not automatic. A woman is not going to be able to continue to truly respect you and give you respect when you don't act respectable. And the one thing that bothered me the most in the book was he spent almost no time saying, men, you want respect, you want your wife to respect you, you want your queen to adore you and admire you. And who doesn't want admiration, right? As men, we want our wives, we want her to admire us. We want her to think highly of us. We want her to be just like in love with us because of who we are. We want her respect. But what he doesn't do is he doesn't talk about, men, you have to man up and be worthy of that respect. Because if you are not worthy of that respect, it is going to be a constant battle and struggle for her to try to respect you when you're acting like a 9-year-old. When she constantly has to correct you and get you to do stuff because you said you're going to do something and you don't do it. When you don't keep your word, when you don't show up powerfully. When she has to take care of business or she has to take care of decisions because you won't take care of it and you abdicate your responsibility as a father or in taking care of finances in the relationship, and she doesn't feel safe, she doesn't feel secure. So how in the world can she respect you when she doesn't feel that? And so my contention here and my position, and this is the truth, whether you like it or not, is if you want her to respect you, you must be respectable. You must be a man who can command respect, not demand it. You can demand it and people are going to go like, you're full of crap. I can't respect you because you're not acting respectable. You're not being responsible. You're not taking care of stuff. And you want me to respect you? I can't. I don't respect how you're showing up. So if you want respect, and you have to have respect for a great relationship, you must become a man who is worthy of respect. And again, I'm going to share with you 7 secrets to becoming a man who is truly worthy of respect in your life, in respecting yourself in the mirror, getting your wife's respect, your family's respect, and the world's respect of people that you associate with in business, in the community, in your church, wherever, that you become that man who is worthy of respect. Again, respect is the number one thing in a relationship that a woman needs to have for a man for that relationship to truly be passionate. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this, respect is the number one thing that a woman needs to feel towards you for her to be truly attracted to you. Now, when a woman first meets a guy, she can be attracted to him because he's just, he's confident and good looking and all that. And she finds out later he's a prick and he's irresponsible and he's a playboy or whatever. And she can completely say, well, I don't respect that. His values are incongruent and he doesn't do what he says and all kinds of stuff. So she can be attracted to you initially. And then when she realizes you're full of crap, then she may lose that respect. Okay. But when you are respectable, when you show up in a way that commands respect, again, I'm going to talk about the 7 secrets to that. She is very attracted to that because it makes her feel secure. And if you want a long-term attraction in your relationship, you want her to be in love with you. You want her to desire you, to want to be intimate with you, to have great sex with you. She needs to feel respect for you. If you enjoyed this video and want to watch another one, you can click right here. If you want to see the entire podcast, click right here.